Hello all homeopaths. Welcome to our channel The Voice of Homeopathy. Today we will discuss a case of kidney going towards failure but was timely saved by homeopathy. Now a patient, 74-year-old male, accountant by profession. He was a chronic smoker from last 55 years and from last 30 years he was suffering from hypertension and from last 10 years he was also suffering from diabetes mellitus. Now the main symptom was pain in calf, thighs and heels and constipation and indigestion. These were the present complaints, and the investigations we saw was creatinine was 2.2, although not very high, but this patient was referred by her daughter as we cured her goiter, so she referred her father to us, and in the initial stage we were able to save the kidney. So creatinine was 2.2. At USG says the atrophy and scarring of the kidneys, electrolytes were disturbed. So in this case the mentals gives us the key towards the simile. Now see, the first rubric I took was industrious. Now a 74-year-old male working a full-time 9 to 5 job. I asked him, why you do a job in such age, you should retire now. He said, my body is not made for rest, I am made for working, and money is not an issue for him in his life. He works for that he cannot sit on home. And the second thing I observed in the mental rubrics, that when he was talking to me, he continuously was giving some dates, like on 1st March 1973 my hemorrhoids were operated, on 14th December 97 my cataract was operated, on 5th of July 2003 gallbladder was operated, and many more dates he gave to us. And on this day I got admitted, on this day I got discharged. Every date was remembered by him accurately, not even a fumble. Now for a 74-year-old person, remembering dates with such an accuracy was a bit shocking for me, that how he is remembering all these dates. So I asked him, what is the birth date of your son-in-law, what is the birth date of your granddaughter. He just, in a fraction of a second, he just told the dates. I asked him about several phone numbers also, and he just tell each and every number in just a fraction of a second. Even when I asked him when your last sonography was done, he said 30th December. Just a fraction of a second. Every date was remembered accurately. So this rubric I saw in the synthesis repertory, memory active for dates and numbers. So I took it, and the next few rubrics in the case study I saw that he said every 2 or 3 months while eating, some part of teeth, some fraction of the teeth just chips off during eating, and he said I feels in my mouth, and when I took out it was like a piece of the teeth. So I took the rubric crumbling of teeth, chronic constipation. He was suffering from constipation since very long. Atrophy of the kidneys, complaints of kidneys accompanied by hypertension, chronic inflammation, pain in heels, pain in thighs, aggravation walking. Now this was the main symptom which took his attention, that he went for the physician for the checkup, and after that the renal failure was diagnosed. Now trembling of hands while writing. Now for a 74-year-old person, trembling while writing is a common phenomenon, but he said this has become a part of his life. This symptom is also present since very long. And I took the rubric diabetes mellitus. There was a special desire for salt. His son said to me that whenever he eats his meal, he directly adds the salt without even tasting it. So a lot of salt desire was there. Now this heel pain and thigh pain was aggravation from letting limbs hanging down from the bed or from chair, and hypertension. Now see, in this case, kidney problem, smoking from lot of years, memory active for dates, chronic constipation, kidneys atrophy accompanied by hypertension, trembling of hands while writing. Now the simillimum I got was plumbum metallicum. It was given in 38 and 200 potency, 2 or 3 times in 30 and 2 times in 200, I remember. And after that all the symptoms gradually disappeared, creatinine coming back to normal. Although we were not able to cure his hypertension and diabetes, as it was a very long standing chronic disease, and we are trying it. Maybe in the future we were patient is still on drugs for hypertension and diabetes, but we have patient has not taken any drug for the renal pathology. This renal pathology is solely cured by the homeopathy only. Now see the repertorization. All the rubrics are beautifully covered by plumbum metallicum, and with Holker's opinion also give the highest degree for the plumbum mat. Now see the reports. The USG says scarred and shrunken left kidney and age related changes in the right kidney. Creatinine was 2.2 in the initial stage. During the treatment it came down to 1.9, and on further of our treatment it came back to 1.74, and on further checkup we found that it came back to 1.4 now. So this was the case. I hope you like my lecture, you like my effort. Now what I want to tell you, that when you observe the rubrics, especially mind, it is not necessary that patient will give you the exact language of the repertoire in mathematical. Sometimes you have to use your brain artistically and convert the rubric, the symptomatology in the rubrics. If you are able to convert it correctly and exactly, then your patient will be on the path of cure. And I also want to give all homeopaths a message that many of homeopaths, fellows and seniors and juniors, ask me that how I am able to successfully treat the cases. Now what I want to tell you, that what my experience is from last 9 years I am practicing, and what my experience is, that the difference between an unsuccessful and a successful homeopath is just that the study. The successful homeopath studies a lot, reads a lot, read all kinds of mathematicas, all kinds of philosophies, all kinds of repertoires. Each and every day he tries to develop himself a better homeopath, as a better homeopath. And to be a better homeopath you have to study each and every day. Just make a goal yourself that you will, from now on, you will read about 5-10 medicines daily, 2 or 3 pages of repertoire daily, or some aphorisms of organon daily. By this goal, if you stick to this goal, by the time 2 or 3 years you will be a better homeopath, if you are not successful now. So thank you all homeopaths. I hope you like my effort. If you think my lecture is worth listening, if you think my efforts are doing some good for you, then please share it with your fellow homeopaths. This is my mail ID, devin.071986@gmail.com. You can write to me about your thoughts, any of your queries about the homeopathy, and any about thoughts about this case or my other cases that I have published on YouTube. Thank you all homeopaths. Thank you very much.